What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of My Ultimate Team. This is episode number 14, and we start today's episode off with a quick look at the Division 5 table. We currently have 13 points, so we've had 4 wins and a draw so far. So we're in our remaining 5 games. We need 6 points to claim the title, and just 3 points to claim the trophy. So 2 wins will do it. 2 wins will send us up to the next division with the title. So we'll be looking to claim the title in this episode. If not, we'll settle for promotion. But with back-to-back division titles, we should be able to go ahead and claim the grand prize. But anyway, we also used the first team here. We had a backup side in the last game, in the last episode, which we drew. So we come on the back of drawing the last game, but it was with our backup side. So we now have our first team back out. So that's really good news for us because I feel a lot more confident. We come against this side. It's a really good Bundesliga side. Some good players in there. Alaba, Javi Martinez, Elia down the left-hand side. Shaqiri, I think Aubameyang's up top. Yes, he was. And Juve was his strike partner. And in the 5th minute, he had the first chance of the game when I stupidly did a fake Rabona in basically next to my own penalty area. Absolutely stupid thing to do. And eventually the ball gets played to Juve, whose shot was well saved, and Aubameyang, I think it was Diego actually, Diego's shot was well saved, and Aubameyang makes it 1-0. But in the 8th minute here, an incredible ball goes through to Cavani. He tries to chip the ball over the goalkeeper, it's saved, but then the acrobatic kick comes out and it's a wonderful goal. It's the first bicycle kick we've scored in this series, I do believe. We've had a couple of attempts, but we haven't really managed to get one to fall into the back of the net yet, but this one does it. I tried to chip it over the goalkeeper and then just put it into the empty net, but I guess that looked even better, didn't it? It was a lovely bicycle kick. Yes, the goalkeeper's out of his goal, but even so, it just looped up lovely, and it's 1-1 here. And in the 11th minute here, Matuidi plays through Menez, who I thought was offside. The referee said no, and I've said before, his best asset is chipping the ball, strangely enough, and I mean, that's just inch perfect, isn't it? An inch lower, and the goalkeeper tips over the bar, an inch higher, and it goes over. That's literally just perfect from Menez, and it's 2-1 here. And in the 14th minute, Ben Arthur goes on a skill run here. Lovely piece of skill to get around his man, and Ronaldo chop here, and a heel-to-heel flick gets himself inside to the area, but it's a good save by Adler, I think it is, in goal. And sadly, it's still 2-1. It's such a shame. My end product of my skill runs is terrible. But even so, in the 18th minute, he tries to be a sweaty and tries to cut the ball back there, but we prevent it, so that's really nice because I try my best to not score cutbacks myself, and I would like people to not try it against me, but it's a part of the game, so you've got to deal with it. But even so, it was prevented, and in the 56th minute, we do get a goal here with a cross into the box, and Cavani gets his head to the ball and makes it 3-1. So really good header by Cavani, and we have a 2-goal cushion now, so really good for us. And in the 59th minute here, Menez collects the ball, tries to roll it through, but he does find Alessandrini in the end. He plays a great ball through to Valbuena, tries to go around the goalkeeper, gets very lucky, but even so, he just chips it into the empty net, and Valbuena makes it 4-1. So we are well on course to make sure we will be claiming another 3 points here, and this would send us up to the new division as things stood. But in the 65th minute here, Sirigu's throw was intercepted eventually when Alessandrini gave the ball away. Shaqiri rolled it through to Juve, and it's an awesome save by Sirigu. But the rebound is put in by Aubameyang, so the guy's back in the game here in the 66th minute, and he's back in the game. And in the 77th minute here, Elia goes down the left hand side, gets himself 1-on-1. Sirigu makes a good save, and it comes to Badimo. Badimo ends up running out with the ball, rolls it through to Alessandrini. He takes on Shaqiri, beats him with a lovely piece of agility, goes down left hand side, no one's going to catch Alessandrini. He rolls it through to Valbuena, inch perfect through ball here, chips it over the top towards Jeremy Menez, and it's a lovely diving header into the back of the net. So first time for everything really, first time for a diving header in this series, and a first time for a bicycle kick, so both coming in the same game was really nice. And yeah, it was 5-2, and in the 89th minute here, he had a chance to get himself back in the game. Alaba crossed the ball in towards Juve, and he heads the ball into the back of the net. Really weird sort of lag there, wasn't it? But yeah, Juve heads the ball into the back of the net, and it's 5-3, but that's how the game finishes. We collect the win. It was a very tough fought win. I thought a draw would have been a fair result, but it's all about being clinical, and we were clinical, so we collect all 3 points, and that's very nice indeed, because it means we are now promoted to the new division, and with 4 games to go, we can also win the title with another 3 points. So 1 win from 4 games will do it, and that'll be very good indeed. So eventually we come into another game here, using the same squad. The fitness is perfectly fine really, so using the same squad, no need to change the teams around a little bit. And we come up against this 5-2-2-1 Serie A side, and guys, I just want you to watch this. Turn your volume down. Don't forget to turn your volume down, and yeah, just watch this. This is just bizarre.
Seasons. Here's your commentary team, Martin Tyler and Alan Smith.
Supporters here in force because they
what
know
the
even... He's put all his bulk behind this one.
Well, he's known for his long-range shooting, and he didn't disappoint there.
Yeah, that was just bizarre, wasn't it? Ibarbo scores in the first in-game minute. He runs and intercepts my kickoff, and then he just blasts the ball in from God knows how many yards out. It was an absolutely incredible goal. It was just ridiculous, and he ends up making it 2-0 here in the 13th minute. A header from a corner, which again, I shouldn't be rushing Sirigu out, but I was still in shock. I couldn't believe it. What an incredible goal. It was just absolutely bizarre. Just ridiculous, really. But it was 2-0 up here, and I was fearing the worst because I was all over the place. But in the 19th minute, Menez got played through, heel to heel flick round the goalkeeper and rolls it into the empty net. So I was back in the game. Finally, I regained consciousness after that, and I was back in the game here. And the 27th minute, we get the ball out wide to Matuidi. He finds Cavani, lovely back heel to Valbuena. He rolls it off to Menez. Menez rolls it through to Ben Arfa. That was a lovely passing move. Ben Arfa goes down the right hand side through the centre and finesses it into the corner. So back on level terms, and that mini, panic attack had just been over here, and we were back on level terms. But again, it happens again. In the 45th minute, he comes through with Mertens, just blasts it from God knows how far out, and it hits the top of the bar and goes over. If that goal would have gone in, I don't know what I would have said. I mean, I got to ask this question. I'm not taking anything away from the guy. I'm sure it was a perfectly legitimate. I'm sure it was just a great goal. But seriously, is there like a glitch? Is there like some kind of not cheat, but some sort of advantage if you sort of play it in? If you shoot, straight from kickoff, if you shoot like it's the goalkeeper out of his area a bit more, like is there some kind of glitch I don't know about, or some kind of little trick there? Because I'm not trying to take anything away from the guy. I'm sure it was just a fantastic finish, really, but it's just the fact that twice that was so close to just being incredible goals from unbelievable distances. But no, we got the win by 3-2, and if there is some kind of like trick to scoring from that far out, then let me know, because it was both straight from kickoff, and it's ridiculous. But no, the goal was incredible, and I have to take my hat off to the guy. Like I said, if it wasn't a trick or anything, then fair enough, but or a glitch or whatever, then fair enough. But no, it was an incredible goal. He almost did it again. That would have been incredible. But we did win by 3-2. We came from behind. We were 2-0 down to win 3-2, so that was great. Unfortunately, my goals didn't come from like 80 yards out. But no, great game that was. I didn't feel like I deserved to win it, but I don't care. I was more clinical, and that's the main thing. So we collect a 3-2 win, we collect the division title, and we are now into Division 4, which is fantastic. And we start the division off with this team, Lloris in goal, Clichy, David Luiz, Company, Zabaleta, Willian, Torre, Wilshere, Nani, and the strike partnership of Benteke and Samuel Eto'o. So really good BPL side was going to be the first side we'd have to face here. And in the 8th minute, we had the first chance of the game. Alessandrini came through and finessed it into the bottom corner, taking no chances with that one. So really good finish by Alessandrini, and we are 1-0 up. And straight from kickoff, we win the ball back. Ben Arfa collects the ball and gives it to Alessandrini, who just scored. He rolls it through to Cavani. Nice pass here. Menez back to Valbuena, back to Cavani. Really nice passing. Cavani goes 1-on-1, and again, no need for skills. The first game of the division, just want to get off to a winning start, and he blasts the ball into the back of the net. So Cavani makes it 2-0 here. But in the 28th minute here, I tried to play out from the back with Bedimo, gave the ball away, and then he just rugby tackles this man, and it's a definite penalty. Not sure why he seems so disgusted about it, but it was a definite penalty as he took out Benteke, I think it was. So definite penalty here, and it was Samuel Eto'o who stepped up to try and score it here. Against Sirigu here. Good chance from 12 yards. He gives it to Benteke, who I think did win the penalty. So Benteke steps up against Sirigu and he blasts the ball down the middle. So it's a simple finish for the Belgian, and he's back in the game with 29 minutes played from the penalty spot as Sirigu dives to his right, and Benteke gets the goal. So 2-1 here, and 9 minutes after that, Benteke collects the ball, gives it to Jack Wilshere. Again, I try and play out from the back, and Kalou just gives the ball away. Goes straight to Wilshere here. Good chance for him. Jack Wilshere crosses the ball in, and it's a simple header for Eto'o. Not sure, how on earth and Kalou gets beat in the air there. He should really be heading that ball out and not just letting the ball flow over his head. But anyway, it's 2-2 here, and he's back in the game, so fair play for coming back. And in the 76th minute here, and Kalou finds Ben Arfa. Ben Arfa rolls it off to Bakary Sagna, plays the ball through to Jeremy Menez here, goes down the right hand side, uses his pace to get around Gael Clichy, eventually gets round him with the Berber spin, gets inside to the box, takes past Company with a nice piece of skill, and with the outside the boot, rifles the ball into the top corner to make it 3-2 to us. So thankfully we weren't going to lose a 2-goal lead and end up losing the game like the opponent we just faced. We were now 3-2 in front, and in the 79th minute Matuidi wins the ball back here, goes down the left hand side, he's got acres of room to gallop, chips the ball in, and it's a lovely floated ball to Jeremy Menez, one touch and a great finish into the bottom corner. So we were 4-2 up at this stage in the 80th minute, and any chance of this guy getting 3 points off us are now gone, and it was 4-2, and in the 90th minute he just decided to just do this. I'm not really sure why, but he ran into his own net with Lloris, and it gets us more coins, so I guess I don't really care, but I don't know why he did it. But still, an own goal and by Lloris, and as clear as own goal as you'll ever get, and we win by 5-2. So again, a game which was really even, could have gone either way, but we were the more clinical, and that's the most important thing. We get the 3 points, and that's all you can ask for, really. So good to get another 3 points in. Good to get the first 3 points of the new division as we try and get as many points on the board as soon as possible. And before we come into the next game, we see Cavani is out of contract, so we give him our remaining last non-shiny gold, which means that in the next episode we'll have to do some contract shopping if any players are running out, which I think a couple of them are. So yeah, Cavani gets a new contract, and yeah, I've heard you can buy like contracts from the EASFC catalogue. Is that true? You can buy contracts from the catalogue with your credits. Is that true? Someone told me something about that, or you can buy one super contract or something. I don't know. But anyway, I'll have to investigate that. But we come against another Barclays Premier League side for the final game of the episode here. And he had a great chance in the 9th minute. Oscar came through, but it was a wonderful block by Badimo, which would have found the back of the net had he not been there. So still 0-0. And from that attempted shot, we break with some nice passing. Cavani finds Matuidi here. Matuidi runs down the centre, simple piece of dribbling before giving it off to Ben Arthur. Lovely scoop turn to get round his man, runs down the centre, reverse step over, then the heel to heel flick, goes 1-1 with David De Gea, and ends up putting the ball into the back of the net. So really good finish after some nice skill moves there, and that puts us 1-0 up in the 11th minute. And yeah, well, straight from kick off, the guy just pauses the game and decides that he's had enough, and yeah, we get a win after he rage quits after like 13 in-game minutes. I don't see the point, but there you go. But as always, guys, a big thank you for watching today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you have, please leave likes, that's much appreciated, and it really, really does help my channel out. And I will see you for the next episode of My Ultimate Team very soon. And of course, career mode will be tonight, so see you for My Ultimate Team most likely in the next couple of days, and I'll see you for career mode later on this evening.